What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Evelyn, and I am back with the episode 5 recap of the L Word Generation Q. Like always, I will be spoiling the entire episode, so proceed with caution. This video will be different from my past recaps because, long story short, CBS, who owns Showtime, is extraordinarily protective of its footage, and understandably so. Unfortunately, that means I am no longer able to upload episode clips. But I will do my best to make this recap as interesting as possible. Mama B is dropping off baby Angelica and gal pal Jordy to school, and they're discussing a play both girls are in. Bet wants to attend the play's closing night, but Angelica is adamant that her part is embarrassing and it's not a big deal. Jordy then discloses that her folks won't be coming to the play for unknown reasons.
Oh, I wish I could, but I don't want to.
She brushes off the parental rejection, although it clearly affects her. Angie then has a change of heart and asks Bet to come for Jordy's sake. Also during the drop-off, Bet gets a text message from Boothang Felicity, which she lies about to a suspicious Angie. Not long after, Bet meets Boothang Felicity in an undisclosed location. Felicity is bursting with excitement and can't wait to tell Bet all about the new apartment she just rented for them. Now, she and Bet can stop having risque sex at luxurious 5-star hotels and instead cook together. Oddly enough, Bet decides this is the perfect time to drop the gauntlet and she finally breaks up with Felicity. In a bid to change Bet's mind, Felicity drops the L word numerous times and demands that Bet fight for their relationship. Bet drops the L word 0 times and demands that Felicity go away. Bet is alone at campaign headquarters putting in some overtime when PR vixen Danny shows up to put in a little OT of her own. Danny is visibly upset for reasons we'll get into later in the video, and Bet, fresh off her breakup with Felicity, can relate. And because I cannot adequately put into words how terrified I was while watching this scene unfold, I filmed a quick reaction clip. Despite my dramatic overreaction, things remained PG between Bet and Danny, and I have to say I'm proud of Miss Porter for keeping her hands to herself. But I'm still keeping my eye on these two, and my spray bottle handy. It's Angie's big night, and Mama B and the gang are all there, proudly cheering her on, as well as her parentless gal pal Jordy. And afterwards, Bet gives both Ange and Jordy participation flowers. As Bet and the girls leave the school, a drunken man begins yelling at Bet about the breakup of his marriage. The man is Felicity's husband, and as he lumbers up the stairs to reach Bet, he forcefully throws Angie to the ground. The Mama Bear in Mama B comes out swinging, and Bet shoves Felicity's husband down the stairs where he just lays there, twitching. It's the morning after for Alice, Nat, and Gigi. Gigi is hungover, Alice is hungry, and Nat is angry. In a fit of self-righteousness, Nat conveniently forgets that the threesome was her idea in the first place and decides it's just a one-time deal. It's clear Alice doesn't totally agree, but the kids have woken up, so they shelve the discussion and Gigi sneaks out the back. While hanging with Bet and Shane, Alice throws out the idea that perhaps her threesome with Gigi and Nat could lead to a throuple. Shane then defines a throuple as a couple plus one, but an article by the Huffington Post defines throuple as an intimate loving relationship between a trio of people, and differentiates it from a threesome by noting, a threesome is focused on lovemaking, a throuple is focused on being in love. It's time for the conversation. Nat double downs on her position, insists the threesome was a drunken mistake, and thinks that pursuing anything further would be a terrible idea. Alice and Gigi disagree. They enjoyed the shared intimacy and ask Nat to reconsider. Nat and Gigi then get into what feels like a recurring fight about Gigi's infidelity while Alice looks on awkwardly. Ultimately, Nat concedes and the trio sits down for their first session as a potential throuple. Although they don't really get anything figured out, the meeting is a success and a new throuple is born.
The power is yours!
Shane and ex-wife Kiara are spending a lazy morning in bed. It seems they reconciled at Shane's party the night before and now are very much enjoying each other. That is until Kiara blurts out that she's pregnant, but it's okay because she doesn't need Shane to be her baby's daddy. Kiara insists she will be the one to handle all the tedious child rearing and Shane can concentrate on being Kiara's boo and Kiara's boo only. Shane thinks the idea is ridiculous and tries to flee, but Miss Kiara grabs her by the arm and tells her, "It's me, remember? You don't scare me." Shane stops by Dana's to make sure things are running smoothly and is confronted by a heartbroken Tess. "You fucked my girlfriend and you want to know if you can trust me?" Shane. "Oh damn, my bad. You good though?" Tess. "It's cool. Shane, that's what's up." Shane is back home getting ready for Angie's play when Kiara shows up with a bottle of whiskey and even more bluntness. She tells Shane that she doesn't need her but wants her. Shane, perhaps warming to the idea of partner over parent, invites Q to Angie's play. After the play, Uncle Shane picks up on Angie and Jordy's looks of puppy love and gives Angie a little reassurance. Kiara lurks in the background, and although she keeps her feelings to herself, there are some that say Kiara's uterus grew 3 sizes that day. Danny and Sophie's episode starts with a bang, or more accurately, a prenuptial agreement drawn up by Danny's father. Sophie initially agrees to sign the prenup just to get Daddy Warbucks off their backs, but after closer inspection of the prenup, they find a clause that declares any biological children of Sophie's would not be legally recognized as belonging to Danny. Therefore, Danny would have no financial obligation to provide for the children if she and Sophie got divorced. In a fit of rage, Danny rushes out to confront her father and the two go head-to-head, with the fight culminating in Danny throwing the prenuptial agreement at her father and dropping the FU bomb. On the car ride home, Danny is still visibly upset about the argument. So lucky for her, Sophie just finished reading Daring Greatly by Brené Brown, and she is more than ready to step inside the arena of vulnerability with her beloved Danny. Unfortunately, Danny does not want to discuss a damn thing with Sophie, and shockingly, this leads to a fight. Sophie expresses to her sister her concerns about how Danny always processes her emotions alone and never opens up to Sophie. Meanwhile, Danny opens up to Bet and allows Bet to help her process her emotions. It's another morning after, and Micah is walking Jose out, so it's probably safe to assume they had a pretty good time last night, especially considering that Jose is looking at Micah the same way Alice looked at that cake. A clearly smitten Jose then drops the L word on a shocked Micah before making a hasty retreat. Micah takes a bit of ribbing from the girls, but eventually he and Jose have the talk. They agree they're in the weird in-between stage of their relationship, and right now definitions aren't as important as simply enjoying each other. Micah hesitantly tells Jose that he would like to try something, but he's afraid Jose might not be into it. Jose sweetly reassures him, "We can try anything you want. We can never try it again, or we can do it every day. So what do you want to do?" Turns out, Micah wants Jose to do a little below-the-belt exploring, and Jose seems more than happy to oblige. Heavy-hearted Tess arrives at work still reeling from her breakup with Lena. Lena is MIA today, and former alcoholic Tess finds herself on the verge of relapse. She calls her sponsor, who suggests Tess should find someone in need of help, and because the universe works in mysterious ways, Tess stumbles upon Finley passed out in Shane's office. Tess treats Finley to breakfast and the pair get to know each other better, but Finley can't shake the feeling that she needs to apologize to Rebecca for something. She just can't remember what. Following her instincts, Finley goes to Rebecca's house and issues a general apology, but Rebecca doesn't believe Finley is ready for the kind of relationship she wants and lovingly tells Finley to go work on her shit. Finley then rolls her bike like 5 feet away and calls her dad. The phone call is heart-wrenching, and it's obvious that Finley is estranged from most of her family and deeply misses them. Checking back in with Tess. Without Finley as a distraction, she is staring down those bottles of liquor like they hold the key to her salvation. And long story short, she relapses. When Finley does turn up again, the two get hammered and one thing leads to another, and y'all know what they do. And that is it for the recap. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, and if you liked the video, do me a huge favor and smash the thumbs up button, and fingers crossed, I'll see you guys next week.